So here's a cool project on GitHub. It's called WireGuard Installer, and all it does is install WireGuard for you, asking just a few simple questions. And what you need to do is just run these 3 commands on a Linux server, and then everything will be done for you, as long as one of these OSs is installed. And this is a really great way to quickly install WireGuard on a new VPS. So I'm going to use Vultr today, and if you want to try this out, you can check out the link in the description for a $100 credit. So that means a free VPS and a free VPN all in one. It's pretty great. Let's click on deploy server and let's go with cloud compute, regular performance. I'm going to hit Amsterdam because that's the closest to me. I'm going to pick Debian. Debian 11 is a fantastic choice for a server. And then I'm going to hit the $5 a month option. You really don't need a quick VPS for a simple VPN. I'm going to disable the automatic backups because, well, it is pretty easy to just set up a new one. Keep IPv6 enabled. That's a great idea. We'll give you IPv6 support too, which is nice. Going to pick an SSH key and then just hit deploy now. And this will just take a minute, and then a server will be ready for you so we can install WireGuard. Our server is now running, and I'm going to hit the name to figure out what the IP address is. And I'm going to pick the legacy IP address and then open up a terminal. And then SSH to the server, so that is SSH root at, then the IP, hit enter. And it seems like the server isn't ready for us yet, so we need to wait a couple of seconds. It looks like the server is now available to us, and upon first time connecting we will see this message. Just type yes, and then we're in. Now we're ready to execute commands from the GitHub README. From the project README. So just copy them and then paste, and then the script will almost immediately run. This is great. I'm going to pick the default options here. Yes, yes, yes. The only point where we need to watch out is the DNS resolvers. These DNS resolvers probably will not resolve for us publicly. So it's a good idea to pick public resolvers here. I'm going to choose 9.9.9.9 and then 1.1.1.1 as a backup. Okay, then it's ready. It has all the necessary information. So we hit enter, and in just a few seconds here, WireGuard will be installed for us. As you can see, it's already done, and it didn't even have to pause the video. So it's now ready for us to make a new client. I'm going to call this client Mac, and then enter again. The defaults are fine here. And then it shows us a QR code, as well as the path where the config file has been written to. So this QR code here is the same as the config file. And we can cut this out and just use copy and paste to put this in our desktop editor. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to copy and paste this, then go to our WireGuard manager here, hit the plus sign, add empty tunnel, just empty this out, and then paste what we just copied. And I'm going to call this the Vultr. Then hit save and allow the WireGuard manager to add a VPN. And then we're going to hit activate. What you'll probably notice is that we send data, but we won't receive any. And our internet will be broken at this point. That's because you need one final step. You see this endpoint address here, and it has a port number at the end. And by default, the Debian 11 image from Vultr is equipped with UFW, that's a firewall, and we need to poke a hole in that firewall. So what we do is UFW allow and then the port number. And once we type that, and we activate the VPN connection again, we will also get data back, see that handshakes are happening. And if we now use a website that shows us our own IP address, like IP info, you will see that we're now connecting from a Vultr IP address. And we can also check if we have IPv6 support. And we do. So this is great if you don't have IPv6 support and you really need to get IPv6 support quickly. This will also work great if you're on an iPhone. So let's add another client here. We're going to type ls, and we will see that the WireGuard install script is still here. So we're going to run that, and then it presents us with a couple of options because it detected that WireGuard is already installed. So I'm going to say add a new user. I'm going to call that iPhone, and then go with the defaults again. And now we will see the QR code again. And this time we're going to scan that QR code. And I'm now in my WireGuard app on an iPhone. I'm going to hit the plus button and then create from QR codes. Then scan the QR codes and then fill in a name. Hit save. Allow. It needs my password. And then the VPN has been added. And we can just enable that. And we can see that we are connected. We're sending and receiving data. And if I go to another website that gives me back my IP address, this time I chose IP Chicken, then we can see that we are connected to the Vultr VPN. And if I delete this server now, it will only cost me 1 cent, which is really great, really cheap. And again, if you use the link in the description, it will cost you nothing, which is better than 1 cent. Thank you very much for watching, if you have been, and hit subscribe, like, and all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time.